It's really easy to forget that we're just monkeys with clothes. If you took all of life on Earth and you compressed it into one 24-hour day, anatomically modern man shows up at 4 seconds before midnight. Cave paintings at 1 second before midnight. We've been playing at civilization for a fraction of a second. Everything is going into exponential change, from education to quantum computing to cryptocurrency to transport to macroeconomics to geopolitics to climate crises to everything. It's breaking our brains. We're overwhelmed, we're collapsing in grief. It does feel that the handrails, the things that we used to look to for stability and security, have just evaporated. If we've experienced a collapse in meaning, how do we go about restoring it? I'm Jamie Wheal, founder of the Flow Genome Project and author of Recapture the Rapture, Rethinking God, Sex, and Death in a World That's Lost Its Mind. The collapse in meaning that I think you can at least argue we're in the midst of right now is complex and multivariable. We've had a collapse in traditional organized religion, what you could call kind of meaning 1.0. For the first time ever, the nones, the spiritual but not religious, like the none of the aboves, is the largest and fastest growing religious movement in North America. There are increasingly folks that feel like, hey, those stories, those codes, those ways of being don't match my identity, don't match my choices, don't match my community. So organized religion is no longer a place to hang our hats, and at the same time, modern liberalism has also been getting a little creaky. That's meaning 2.0. Think of the ivory tower in academia, news media, businesses and corporate titans in leadership, potentially even medicine. And you just take those and you just go one by one. You're like, oh, well, Goldman Sachs sold Middle America down the river in 2008. McKinsey helped Purdue Pharma sell more OxyContin well after the negative effects were demonstrated. The New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, which used to be considered the journals of record, are now imploding. And the same thing with doctors, the same thing with corruptions in peer review and the replication crises. Basically everything you've ever seen on a TED Talk is probably not true.